Welcome to Xtra, presented by VDG Sports. I am your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter. Very censored. You can follow Xtra on Twitter at Xtra VDG. Be sure to follow Xtra on Twitter at Xtra VDG. Check out the website too. That is xtra.vdgsports.com. xtra.vdgsports.com. There's a YouTube as well. VDG Sports. Like, subscribe, share, or do whatever it is you do there. I don't know. Oh, and comment too. If that's your thing. If that is your thing. This episode is not being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, everything in between, my socials, not those socials, but the other socials, pics, audio, video, whatever it is there. Even my brain sometime, or train of thought. Noobs, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you kindly for giving me a chance, even though you may be gone, shortly, or if you stick around. Thank you. That's all I can ask for is an opportunity and a chance. Regs, we back at it again. Regs, we do what we do. Regs, this is like almost every day, but it is not. It just feels that way. And what know what else? We got this special bond that we share. We don't know what to call it. There are no words for it, but it's just there. And one day we'll have a name for it. One day we'll say what it is. One day we'll share it with the world. But as of now, it's just special. It's unique. And it's something that's between us. Now, I've come to the conclusion that if you are going to be wrong, or if you are going to do something wrong, like break the rules or break the law or do something that's incorrect, if you do it with confidence, nobody can enforce, or nobody will enforce, because they would just be so shocked or so appalled or so shook or so rattled or so rolled that you'll just get away with it. You'll just be okay, that nobody will say anything to you or address the issue, and you will be able to move about your day, move about however it is you moving, and it'd be freely, basically. How did I come to this conclusion? Well, let's just say I was in my G ride. Yes, I know. I try to limit a lot of the G ride stuff. That wasn't just me not having these wild and crazy adventures inside the G ride. It was just, I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, you can't take away my dignity, because angelic, bird-like voice. And if you know the song, brownie points for you. And if you don't, I suggest you ask a friend, Siri, Alexa, Google. I don't know who, but they'll have the answer. They will have the answer. Back to the subject at hand. And so I can break off into another singy-songy singy-songy event. I limited this for a reason, and it wasn't because that there were no events that was happening. It wasn't because there were no events happening. It wasn't because there weren't any events taking place with inside the G Rod. No. It wasn't any of that. It's just that it was so many. It was happening so often. It was taking place so much in my life. I was like, I like the new. I know you like the new too. So we're just going to try to switch it up. We're just going to try to venture out. We're just going to try to do the newness or do other things that doesn't always consist of the G-Rod, even though there's some G-Rod greatest hits. Even though there's some G-Rod greatest hits. Can't do it all the time. Can't do it all the time. But this time, this instant, I have to tell. See something, say something. See something, say something. And it's how I came to the conclusion that I came to. That if you are in the wrong, or if you are doing something wrong, and if you are just wrong in general, if you do it with confidence, if you do it with your chest, if you do it like, I wish somebody would, I wish a mofo would say something to me, ain't nobody gonna say nothing to you. They just gonna let you do what you do and hope for the best. And hope for the best. Now, I never should have, I don't know how I thought this at the time. I don't know how I thought this at the time because there's a lot of evidence of the opposite happening. There's a lot of evidence of the opposite happening. Basically, the person actually, getting away with it or always not being addressed, the issue that is. And I don't know why in my mind that I thought at the time that this was going to go differently, that this was going to be something different, that this was going to get addressed at that moment, even though the evidence pointed to the opposite. The evidence pointed to, the results that I've seen, the evidence that took place, all of that has been the opposite. And I don't know why I assumed that anything was going to be different. Although my intuition, my anticipation game, my gut feeling were on the money because they said, just let this person do what they do. Just let the person do it because ain't no gonna happen. My mind was blown. My mind was like, no way. But you know me. I'm all about the gut feeling and intuition. And that's anticipation game. So that's what I went with. I'm in a G-Ride. I'm not singing. I'm definitely dancing in my head and I'm definitely making my chest pop in my head. And it is at a weird time, an odd time. And I have been down this road before. And that's not me trying to, no, I'm actually talking about road, actually talking about a street. I've been down this road before and there is a light. And there is a no turn left. And there is definitely a no U-turn, regardless of whether the light is green, purple, orange, blue, or yellow. It doesn't matter. You can't do it. There's signs everywhere. There's a sign that's right there saying up there by the light, you can't do this. And I assume everybody can read. I assume everybody know pictures. Pictures are the best books. Pictures are the best book. What is it, calligraphy? Yeah, that was there too. If you don't want to use the P word, it's okay. Because some people don't like the P. It's all right. I can say the P word and I can say the C word. And I just did. And if you missed it, there's a little button that you can press that it can take you back to the future. And hopefully we're back right about now that you took that time to make that trip. And now I can proceed on because you took the time to make the trip. There's a sign up there saying basically, you can't go left. You can't turn left. And the light was green. I'm coming down the hill. Coming down the hill and I wasn't riding brakes or anything like that. And that's a side note to my regs. Noobs, you'll get there. You just have to go back and review some of the historical documents. You'll get there. But side note to the regs, I ain't have to press the brakes or pump the brakes going down the hill. I was doing a sufficient speed, and everything was good and everything was great. I'm not gonna say amazing because I'm gonna get to the part why it wasn't amazing, but it was good and great. I'm coming down the hill. The light's green. I noticed the vehicle in front of me. There's no turn signal being the one faux pas or the one problem that's alerting my spidey senses and letting me know that something's afoot, because they're going super. Yes, I got to bring out the duper in this. Duper slow on a green light. And my intuition, my gut feeling was just kicking in at the moment. And it was telling me, like, this person, it's like they want to turn. This person, it's like they want to turn, but they can't turn. They can't turn not because they physically can't do it. They can't turn because the law, the rules of the road suggest or states, because there's no suggestion. There's only suggestion when it comes to speed. State that you can't make the left turn. You can't do a U-turn as well. None of that is allowed. None of that should take place. None of that should happen. That's what it stated. And my spidey senses were kicking in, but they are going so slow. They are going so slow. And it's almost as if they want to turn. They want to turn and they want to do. It's like they want to turn, but they can't turn, or they shouldn't be able to turn. And now I'm coasting. My foot's not on the gas. I'm coasting, and I'm super aware of my surroundings. And I notice another vehicle is coming up to my right. Another vehicle is coming up to my right, and they are coasting as well. But I don't know if they were paying attention. I don't know if they were paying attention because they were determined to make a right turn. That's okay because they were in the correct, proper lane to make the right turn. But when I looked and saw who it was, when I looked, I saw what they represent. And when I looked and saw what it is, I said, help. And it's not that I'm in trouble. It's not that I don't need you, because I really don't. I just want you to enforce the sign. And the reason I say that, because it was the people who could enforce the sign. It was the people who could enforce the sign, but I don't think they saw. And if they did see, they just went ahead and made that right turn while the other driver made the left turn that turned into a U-turn and went the other way, when it's clear as day that it's not possible. It shouldn't be done. And as many times that I've driven down that path, it's always been the same thing. It's always been there. This isn't a new rule. This isn't a new regulation. This isn't preventing your freedom or anything to that nature. This is something that protect the drivers on the road. Because if you stop following the rules, if you stop following the laws and the regulations, and it doesn't apply to you because you are, let's say, special, unique, different, then it puts the rest of us in a constant state of what the heck is going on. And I must mind read all the time. I must attempt to mind read all the time. I'm able to do that. I do it anyway. Sometimes I do it for fun. However, I'm pretty sure everyone else doesn't do it all the time. Everyone else doesn't do it for fun. Everyone else isn't on the same level as I'm on when it comes to mind reading game, or when it comes to anticipation game, or when it comes to paying attention to your gut feelings and intuition and just living by that, or just even paying attention for that matter. Everybody don't do that. Everybody ain't built for that. Everybody can't do that. I'm special in that sense. I know. I'm reminded every day. I don't think everybody is willing to do that as well. Therefore, that leaves the other option. Everyone creates their own set of rules. Everyone creates their own set of regs. Everyone creates their own way of driving. And this all stems from, if you're wrong and you know you're doing the wrong thing, do it anyway. And there's somebody to stop you, even though when the people who should be stopping you could stop you, but instead they go about their day and just go and do what they do. And I'm not calling them out. I'm definitely not saying that you should do this. I'm just saying, from my clear observation and from experience and from receipts and from results, it seems like all you have to do is be in a constant state of, I wish a mofo would. And about 99.9% of the time, you are going to get away and you are going to do whatever it is you wish and want to do, because only 1% can do something. But then, or that 0.1% can do something. But then, within that 0.1%, only half will. Only half will.